This is a hardwood floor. It had some kitty litter on it. And Michaela was on this job yesterday. And if you could see here in these grooves, that is all the kitty litter that's been basically embedded down into this groove. This floor is designed this way, and occasionally you will see older houses that have this. But I can already see that this floor, do you see this polyurethane peeling right here? That may be cat hair, but um, we're not going to get in here and scrub this. We're going to vacuum up this floor, we're going to mop it, but we're not a professional hardwood floor company where we're going to come in and scrub this stuff out. Um, the other thing too, and this isn't the best image, but you can see that this floor is a little bit older. So what happens is, wood has these grooves here, and because there's no protection on it, the polyurethane, which I'll show you later, their dirt is going to get in there and it's going to get embedded. So let's say you mop it and the client comes along with a paper towel and shows you a dirty paper towel and says, "Did you even mop the floor?" Your answer is going to be yes, but your floor needs to be refinished to get the embedded dirt out. So you just need to be comfortable with that conversation. And you can also say to them, when is the last time you had your hardwood floors refinished? That means sanding and polyurethane. They typically need to be done every 3 to 5 years, depending on the amount of traffic in the house. But if they say, "I don't know," then you say to them, "These hardwood floors need to be refinished. I did the best that I could, but you are going to have embedded dirt in these creases." So let's jump over here to this tile. This tile has grout in between. You can see that this grout was probably a lighter color at some point. It may have been gray, I don't know. But again, we don't scrub this out, right? We're not professional floor scrubbing company. We don't do this. This would take you all day to hand scrub, and we're not going to do that. We're going to clean up this floor and we're going to mop it. And again, you just need to be comfortable with the client saying, "I'm going to do my best on here, but we don't scrub. You're paying for us to mop. You would need to hire a professional floor cleaning company to do that." This photo here, the toilet, is from, this is hard water stains. If you guys are familiar with hard water, they typically come from, it's minerals, basically, a mineral deposit that is going to etch or scratch this porcelain. This is porcelain. And it's going to scratch this porcelain because it's like rubbing a stone against it, every time you flush. This may be toilet bowl cleaner sticking to the mineral stains, but if not, it is possible that it gets discolored. You'll see a lot of orange or reds. That's iron, but this could be another mineral that's coming out, or toilet bowl cleaner. So what happens is, even if this is, let's say you take your pumice stone, which I would highly recommend having, you need to wet your pumice stone and then use it on this, and it should come off. However, if this porcelain has been scratched by the minerals, you may get this discoloration to go away, but the porcelain is still going to be scratched, and you're not going to see a huge difference. Most clients that have hard water know that this isn't going to change, and if they don't, you need to be the one to educate them and say, "We did the best we could on the toilet, but it does look like it's etched and stained." Okay, so just a couple of really, these photos are more about this here, this grout line, or this caulk and grout lines here. So same thing. This, we can charge them extra to get this all cleaned up, but the reason that I don't do this is because what if there's cracks in the grout that need to be fixed, and we clean it and then the water gets in behind the tiles and starts to separate it from the wall in the glue. So you can scrub this down, but do not spend your time going into each and every single one of these little creases. I would do the best you can, but again, they need to hire a professional company to come in and clean this up. We don't do that. That is not what we do. That's extra. If I were in New York, I would be helping you do it, but it's a little bit of work, and you have to be really careful because you got to look for damaged grout lines. And damaged grout lines are, you're going to see cracks and you're going to see missing grout. And the other thing down here is this caulk line that is black. So the black is mold. You may be able to get some of it removed, and it may look a little bit more like this over here. However, the only way to fix this is to replace that caulk. I mean, it's an inexpensive fix for a homeowner, and what happens is caulk is very porous, so it's going to absorb. That mold is just completely embedded in there. It's like it set up house, if that makes sense. And then again, just on this tile floor, you can see there's a little bit of stuff here. You can, if it's small like that, you can try to scrub it, but what happens is you're going to get this really clean, and then this is going to look super dirty. So just kind of be cautious of that. And the same thing with the tile and the grout down here. I can see this. This is a caulk line here. Again, that needs to be replaced. It's got mold buildup. And if you scrub that, the caulk is going to come off. That's the thing. So you don't want to do that. And you can tell the client, if I scrub this, the caulk is going to get removed. What you need to do is replace this caulk line and this will look brand new. All right, so sometimes we go into houses and it looks like this. You just need to let the client know there's nothing you can do with this floor. There's staples all over it from the carpet. Not our gig. You're not even going to vacuum it. No vacuuming. Don't do it. Here's just another toilet stain that you could use the pumice stone to get this out. You can get a little bit of this surface area in here, but, you know, use your judgment. Okay, so what do professional floor companies look like, right? So you can see this is Stanley Steamer. I refer people to Stanley Steamer. You can see that these grout lines back here are a little bit dirtier. And then you can see that he has cleaned this floor. You can see this floor is a little dirty over here. But do you see how the grout lines are still not completely bleach white? So what happens is dirt and oils from our feet and everything get in there, and it's gonna lighten it up, but it's never gonna get it back to the white. So typically what Stanley Steamer will do is they'll offer a recolor of the grout, and they'll say, do you want to change this from like white to gray so it doesn't look as dingy? Or do you want us to just re-whiten it with a white coloring system? And then they'll seal it. So they'll seal this, which again lasts 12 to 18 months. So every time it gets mopped, it comes off. And, you know, anytime you walk on it, and then it needs to be resealed again. That's the way you protect grout. This is a hardwood floor cleaning company. So this is Stanley Steamer again. They ask someone to come in and clean their hardwood floors. This is part of the machine. After it gets scrubbed, this is extracting all of the dirt in the water. So it's a process. I have these machines, but I'm not in New York to do them, so I don't do it anymore. Just let Stanley Steamer do it. All right, so these images aren't that great, but just some more photos of damaged hardwood floors. This one's really not that great. So this, you may have gone into a client's house and you see this floor. This is a pine floor. So they typically, or it could be oak, but they don't really put pine floors in houses anymore because they are easily damaged. And you can see this is probably just scratches from everyday life. They could have had a dog in here. The dog will gouge the floor with their nails. All we can do with this is mop it. This is dirt in every single one of these lines. And again, you would have to go to someone like this to get those cleaned up. As a matter of fact, this isn't even probably going to clean it that much. It's going to do a little bit, but then they're going to have this floor refinished, which means sanded down to get rid of all this dirt and then to recover it. And this is just another image of a damaged floor. The image didn't come out that great. Okay, so this slide is talking about polyurethane. So this is polyurethane. It looks like there may have been a bubble here and it is peeling. But you may go into a house and you see a wear pattern like this. So what's happened is this has gotten worn down, really worn down over the years. Somebody probably had a chair or something here. This area is still a little bit protected, but it probably needs to be sanded and refinished. This blackness is just dirt that's really embedded into the floor. So this floor is damaged. It's heavily damaged and needs to be refinished. This is a horrible polyurethane job. So you can see that the polyurethane is all cracking and peeling, and whoever did this floor didn't do it the right way. And occasionally you will come across these little flakes, right? I mean, this looks huge because it's magnified. But if you see that on a client's floor when you're mopping, you need to bring it to their attention. Say like, hey, listen, I see your polyurethane is starting to flake, and I would highly suggest you, maybe look at getting your floors refinished, because this is protecting the hardwood floors from scratches and water damage. And if this is gone, it's going to damage the wood underneath. I hope this helps. Thanks.